everybody, welcome back for another episode of the 2020 Planner Advent. I am John, you're here with Planning with John. I was invited by Simone to take part in this Planner Advent along with a few of her other friends, Ellie, Amanda, and Dakshina. I will have everybody's information linked down below. Each person will be doing 5 videos before Christmas, so for the 25 days there will be 25 videos, and this is my 3rd video. So the 3rd video is 2020 versus 2021. So you'll see I have a large pile of stuff here. So the first question is, wanting an update on our 2020 planning system. Okay, so you can see I have a lot of stuff here. So let's start with just this. I want to make sure that I'm in the middle of the screen because I have way too much stuff here. I guess that'll work. You can see those as okay. So this right here is a documented journey. It is a folio in the standard traveler's notebook size. The reason I have this out is the beginning of the year, I was in a standard traveler's notebook. Here you can see my 2020 monthly planner, and I used this for quite a bit of the year. I was using, pre-COVID, I was using the standard size for my main planner and also for my keeping track of my university teaching. But come middle of March, come the 13th, things changed all across the country. So I still used this through the remainder of the semester. I used it through the beginning of May. I still documented in it my no spend, low spend. I still documented, these are the blue dots that I used to mark every day since COVID happened. There we go. And you can see I did keep track of stuff in the fall. Here we are, September. So I started the year in the standard traveler's notebook size. And you can see I didn't do anything in December in it at all. And I was using a dot grid notebook for notes and other stuff. So that was what I started the year in. And it's common for me to be in a standard traveler's notebook size. It was, like the standard. And at the beginning of the year, my passport was my wallet, and I used this as well. This was just my on the little go planner, and I don't know when I stopped using this. Yeah. I went and backfilled because I wanted to have completed notebooks for sure. So I'll probably fill in December. I mean, my video goes up on the 13th and it's Saturday the 12th. And I'm done for the month. Now, let me tell you, these last 2 weeks have been crazy busy. But so this was how I began my year, in a standard notebook and a passport notebook. And this is common for me. This is pretty much what I've used since 2014, 13, 14. And in various covers, but these two sizes, standard and Passport. But once things changed and I was at home teaching and doing everything online through Zoom, Skype, FaceTime, Blackboard, Google, all of that stuff, I switched to an A6. I had my monthly calendar. I had a tracker. I had weekly inserts. And all of that. But even before I went to the A6, I totally forgot about it. I went to a field note size, which I haven't used a Pocket Traveler's notebook in a long time. I was using Pocket quite a bit, that I even bought 2 Chic Sparrow Pockets this summer, which I haven't bought a Pocket notebook since I bought this beautiful one from Brie, which I moved everything back into. So you'll see it's the same monthly calendar that I have in my Passport, in my Standard, in my A6. And you'll see there's November. I did fill out December in here. Why? Who knows? Probably because I have a journal in here and I was doing some doodles. That's the only reason why I could think of that. Anyways, what ended up happening is I was using Pocket. I was using my monthly. I was using a weekly. I had a tracker. I had a grocery shopping list, and I put them in an A6 notebook that I had. I only had one leather notebook cover that was A6, and it was a Lady Falcon Traveler. So what I decided to do was I put some A6 and Pocket in there, and then eventually I moved it all to A6, and then this summer I purchased this beautiful Raven Mystics Little Gifts MLG & Co. A6, and I wanted something in black, and I wanted it with a snap because, I don't know, I've always wanted a snap closure on a traveler's notebook. It was something I tried to get Foxyfix to do for me in a custom, and it was something that they said no, they're not going to do because it's not anything that they wanted to do. So I went, okay, fine, I'll go with someone that'll do it. And then they stopped making notebooks, and, you know, and here this is. And this kind of reminds me of the Boss Babe leather. It's smooth but has texture. It still smells like, you know, a boot store. So I switched to A6, and I loved the A6. A6 has normally not been my jam, but I really liked using the A6. I had my notes. I was doing like notes, journaly, bullet journaly sort of a thing in here. So much so that I had some Airvine blotting paper, because I was using Midori MD paper was one of the papers I was using on my inserts. And of course they're all digitals but you'll see I stopped using the A6 size in September. Oh, one of my little Mindy Lacefield originals. Such a cute little girl. She's got an Easter egg. So I switched to A6. And then something new came out. Oh, and I forgot I haven't used this for part of a while. I was trying to find a good on-the-go wallet carrier. So I pulled out my beautiful Chic Sparrow, kind of like the notebook that started my planning channel. I pulled this out and started using this. So I printed one of my inserts and backfilled because that's just something I sometimes silly do. But you'll see come August, I was like, I was done with this in August. You can tell I was thinking of using it, but I didn't. You'll see I used it for part of August. Let's see. I used it for about 3 weeks. Yeah. Week 1, week 2, week 3. I used it for 3 weeks and was, okay, we're on to the next thing. But I did go into this. But the reason I switched is I needed something that had just a little bit more space. Although I do love this. So I switched to this right here. This is a Mystic's Little Gift & Co. And this is a standard size rings, which what that means is it's actually a wide notebook cover with rings. And I've recently set it up for next year because I wanted to update some things. And I like it because it gave me the size that I wanted, that I needed, but it gave me the flexibility that I was looking for with rings. Also, it gave me a chance to be a little creative, like designing these wonderful, fun little dashboards. I made a bunch of different calendars I gave away for free. There you can see is my December, which I have filled out. I've got 2021 in here, and a great color. I've got my 2021 calendar in here. I'm trying a Sunday start. We'll see. I'm not usually good with a Sunday start. Here's my weekly. And these are all things that I've created. This is not, but like the dashboards, yes. Here's my December. This is a Scrapcraftastic. If you're on her Patreon, she has them dated. If you're not on Patreon, you can buy these undated. And then you can, if you wanted to, white that out and decide Sunday or Monday start. But you can see that I've been using this, and I have all of my old inserts. I've got my August, September, October, November. I've already pulled them out because we're in December now. Got a great chicken soup recipe. Chicken breast, chicken bouillon, garlic, onion, carrots, celery, potatoes, like those little baby yellow or little reds. Some pasta, salt, pepper, and cilantro, and put it in your Instant Pot. And just follow for the bouillon. Follow your, whatever the cube says, how much water, and then, you know, soup. So, and put it in your Instant Pot or in a pressure cooker. Great, great soup. So we've got this set up. And see, I've been trying to be creative and do some fun stuff. I even did those. This is one of my favorites. I love that. So that's all that stuff about Etsy. Well, that's a fun one too. You'll see it's like the daily, but different colors. It's fun. Anyways. And then notes. So I then switched to this, and I've been using this the entire time. You can see I've used it. It's gotten a little dirty on the back. I need to clean it. But this is a Mystic's Little Gift. But then when I was using this, I stopped using my traveler's notebooks. I pulled out my personal rings. This is a Filofax. And I even pulled out my pocket rings. This is a Vanderspec. And I ended up turning this into my wallet. And then this, I'm trying to turn it into a home binder, but I also have a Filofax ochre Malden in the pocket, which I used before I got this one from a wonderful friend that sent me this. But I also have an A5 in the ochre Malden that I haven't decided what do I use for my home binder. Because then I thought, well, maybe I could use this for my teaching and stuff. So I haven't decided. So that was kind of my 2020 planner choices. I started out in Standard and Passport, made my way to Field Notes size, which then made my way to A6, which then made my way to Personal, which then made my way into Rings. And I think because of the type of year it has been, it's been okay for me to experiment, you know, because with not really having to go many places, I always had one of these at my reach at home on my planner cart. I have one of those fake Raskin carts. It's one of the ones from Target, which I think is like that Living Essentials brand. It's like the IKEA, but not as expensive. And then Target usually has them on sale a couple of times of the year, so it really is cheaper than the one at Michael's or the one at IKEA. So that's kind of my it's my planning system for 2020. What are my insights? Well, like I said, since I was mainly staying at home, I was able to use any of these different things and it not throw me off, because 90% of everything that I normally would have scheduled was canceled. So it was pretty easy for me. My schedule was more regular than it has been in a long time. Usually with performing, you know, rehearsals are different days, different times, different places, not always at the same performance venue. So this year, since there was basically from the middle of March until September, there was no performing, you know, I was just at home teaching, cleaning. So this worked for me. And it was nice, actually. I do have to say that. It was nice to be in traveler's notebooks. It was nice to be in, like, folio items. It was nostalgic to bring out my beautiful chic sparrow again. It was nice to explore rings again because, you know, I haven't really used rings a lot and or in a long time. So it kind of, you know, let me explore them again and slightly a different way of being creative. I liked the fact that if I decided, you know, one week, I did not need dailies, I didn't fill them out. If what helped me was just to use some Post-it notes, like here, I have a Post-it note with my weekly tracker, and then a Post-it note with some to-dos, and a Post-it note with some things I'm waiting on. That's, you know, I don't need a daily or a weekly page that has that stuff, because I can just write it on a Post-it or print it on a Post-it note. I think I've got some more of those, and I can just keep them here for the upcoming weeks and then keep some blank Post-it notes there. Oh, someone asked about these the last time I showed them. I get them on Amazon. I found out about these craft Post-it notes from Amanda at Imperfections. She's one of the lovely ladies that you will see her video on her planning system. But she has been using these craft Post-it notes for years, and that was who I learned of them from. The box that I got came with white ones, like 10 of these and 10 of these, so there's like, I think there's like 50 on each, so there's like over 1,000 Post-it notes. So I have Post-it notes for days. But one reason why I like them is the white Post-it notes. I can actually, where did I put that? I can print on them. I think it's back here. And I can print little cartoon drawings, and that was a white Post-it note that I printed on. Yep. So that's where I got those. So I guess that's what I'd say is, you know, my planning system, you know, being that I was able to stay at home and just be able to grab this large of a planner. I didn't have to worry about putting this in my bag and weighing me down if I had to carry flutes and recorders and Baroque flutes and music and tuners and metronomes, and if I had to return papers, you know, in the old days when students turned in a physical paper that I had to grade. Now with everything being digital, it's actually been kind of nice. So now, what is my lineup for 2021? I have no idea what my lineup is for 2021. I have this set up. I could use this for 2021. I have this set up. I could use it for 2021. I have this set up for 2021. I can set this up just by putting in a new blank weekly insert and a new monthly. I can still use these. I did go down that rabbit hole, and I have a Hobonichi. There you can see it's 2021. I've been keeping track of everything that I do during the month of December for Planner Advent. And I'm going to write film hashtag 2020 Planner Advent number 3. And it'll go live on Sunday. Gotta be careful with that. So this is just the Hobonichi. I haven't decided if I'm going to use this for planning or if I'm going to use it for journaling purposes. It's Tomoe River paper, but I think it's the new Tomoe River paper. But I also have the 2021 weekly, so that way I have a timed, you know, week to go along with my days and my months. So I really don't know. I'm up in the air, and I hope I just didn't smear that. Since it's Tomoe River paper and that was a Energel, I'm just gonna put a Post-it note over it so it doesn't smear onto the other page. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. But then I even had a thought of, okay, what are the things that I used this year? I used Passport and Standard. I used Field Note. I used A6, Traveler's Notebook, and Personal Traveler's Notebook. So there's 5 Traveler's Notebooks that I used right there. And then I used 3 rings. So something I thought of doing is, because I have all of the items to make calendars for them, I thought, well, if that's what I went through last year, what would it be like to just set all of those up? To set up my 3 rings, to set up my 5 Traveler's Notebooks, and just set them up so I can have any one of those ready to go and just grab it. And that's what I've been thinking I might do. It will take a bit of time, but like I said, I'm done. It's Hanukkah, and you know, all I have to do is nothing, because I've turned grades in. I've been really on top of the ball this semester. It isn't, grades aren't due until the end of next week, and then that's when graduation is, but I'm done. The final day for me for juries was today at the university, so I'm I have all the time in the world now to set up all of these planners, and I want each one to be kind of unique. Like this one, I wanted to set up because of the beautiful color. It's kind of a pumpkin-y color. I wanted to set it up like a beautiful 70s inspired kind of, you know, ring binder, and so that's why I designed these fun, I guess, dashboards is what you'll call them. They're, you know, 70s and fun, and I really like that look from the 70s. I was born in the 70s, so I remember all things being avocado and gold, and I actually love fall colors, which you can tell from the majority of the traveler's notebooks and items that I have. I have very few things that are black, but the things that I do have that are black, I love. Like, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Or even my Hobonichi covers. So, yeah, so those are... I'm not sure what I'm changing because I'm not sure how I'm going to start. But I do know that I have this set up and it's ready to go. And I know that I have all of my rings are set up and ready to go for 2021. So I think that's how we're going to start. Wallet, at-home planner, and I'm not sure. So there we are. I know that's not very helpful, but it did show you all of the different things that I kind of worked my way through this year. And it's been an interesting year, and I mean, everyone knows me as being a Traveler's Notebook person. You know, Chic Sparrow, Foxy Fix, the Traveler's Company brand. So for me to be in rings, a Vanderspeck, a Mystic's Little Gifts, and a Filofax lets you know this year has been unique, for sure. Oh, and I'm journaling in an A5 Hobonichi style. Yes, very, very unique year. So there we are. That wasn't very conclusive, and that's okay because I'm not very convicted right now as to what my plans are going to be. I still have time to figure that out, and if I don't know the first week of January 2021 what I'm going to use, that's okay because I don't have anything scheduled that week. So there we are. I will link down below the video before this and the video that comes after this, and you will also be able to find links to all of the wonderful ladies that are participating with me in this. Simone, Ellie, Amanda, and Dakshina. Okay, thanks so much for spending some time with me today, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, and evening, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.